Konnichiwa, my gamers! Before the video starts, I got a sponsor. I'm selling my merch. I sell Anime Gamer hoodies, Anime Gamer mask, and everything else you see here. Also, if you use the code Anime Gamer, you'll get a 6% off of any order you get. Anyways, back to the video. The best way to understand someone is by spending time with them, whether they are an old friend or a new acquaintance. Beidou or best boy? Beidou or best boy? Okay, I'm gonna save the best character for last, so Beidou, you'll go first. Because there's 5 endings, let's start with 3 endings for today's episode. When the Christmas shines bright. Oh, now you can teleport! Finally! It's pain in the ass that we have to swim over there.
Well, would you look who's here? Looks like it's going to be a day to remember. Guys, look who the sea washed up!
Ahoy there, traveler! So Captain really did invite you to join the homecoming celebration.
Hey! I heard that you took care of another crisis while you were in Inazuma. Are the rumors true?
That's what I heard too. Thanks to you, Inazuma's vision hunt decree was finally put to an end. Well done, traveler.
Yeah, thank you. What have hearts?
Captain's got quite the eye for people. She said she was sure that your trip to Inazuma would stir up some waves. And sure enough...
It was a joint effort. I can't take all the credit.
Look at you, being so modest. We all know what you did to protect Liyue Harbor.
I've heard that they tell stories about you in Mondstadt, too. The honorary knight. Pretty impressive.
I'd say someone of your caliber would be right at home in the cracks. Right, sailors?
That's right. Wow, I'm getting excited just thinking of being the traveler's crewmate. Hey, what do you say we arm wrestle? I was worried you'd be too busy to show up.
Hi, Beidou! Captain!
Captain, we were just trying to talk the traveler into joining the crew.
Yeah, come on, Captain Beidou. Surely you've got a way to get the traveler on board.
Oh, he's on board right now for the celebration, isn't he?
Oh, look at her, she's so sweet.
Yeah, but just one celebration together is not enough. You know what we mean, Captain.
All right, I get it now. There is something special about you, traveler. You earned everyone's respect, myself included.
Yes, mommy.
So it goes without saying that the Crux would be honored to have a crew member such as yourself.
It sounds like clutch every time you say cooks.
No doubt about that.
But then again, a hero like yourself doesn't just set off on a journey without some bigger purpose in mind. So should a hero really drop what they're doing just to spend day after day drifting at sea with us? Well, if that were the case, then the Crux, known for always moving forward to the next horizon, would instead be holding someone back.
Right. I guess we didn't think that part through.
Remember, rather than seeking out strong members to join us, you should be focusing on making yourselves the strongest that you can be. If we are powerful, they will come to us. Isn't that why everyone here chose to come aboard in the first place?
Yes, a strong sailor is always looking for a sturdy ship.
I guess I almost forgot the first lesson you ever taught me. Thanks for the reminder, Captain.
Just be sure you all keep that in mind. Now, there's no more need to hound the traveler, as you were. The traveler and I have something to discuss. I'm glad you came. Welcome back aboard.
Yay, okay, let's see. The crew seems excited to see me. Thanks for having me out back there.
Hey, don't mention it. As a host, it would be pretty embarrassing to continue letting my guests be put on the spot like that.
Where's my friend coming over?
I can't go getting too caught up in my own reputation, though. That's certainly not how the Crux made it to where we are today. As the head of the fleet, my task is to keep us on the right course, no matter how turbulent the seas may become. But then again, the crew isn't usually this riled up. It's not that they're arrogant, they're just bubbling with ambition, that's all. Their excitement today comes from their great respect for you, both your strength and your character. So please, don't take it the wrong way.
Alright then. Why should I should be taking them for take me to Inazuma.
All good then. Great. Actually, speaking of Inazuma, I think your good luck must have rubbed off on me on the way over. I made an interesting find on the beach shortly after we parted ways. Let's talk about it over there, where it's a little quieter.
Sure. Oh, money! Oh, a table! Oh, a woman! Shut up, bitch! Oh, a handsome guy with muscular arms! I prefer Ether! I'm gonna register just the hotel dance. Let's see what happens. That's not the dance! Not the dance.
Toodaloo.
She looks mad at hotel though. Just why?
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl.
You don't like the dance, Beidou? Are you kidding me?
So after we dropped you off in Rito, we found a shipwreck nearby. Probably belonged to Inazuman pirates. We searched the wreckage and found a map. At first, I thought it was a nautical chart. I was thinking we might discover a new sailing route if we were lucky. But after a closer look, I realized it wasn't a map of the sea at all. It was a Liyue treasure map, and no ordinary one at that.
Is there a great demonic presence in this area?
Nothing like that. I just mean that the map was a mess. So it was the most I could do to figure out that the treasure was probably in Liyue. As for its exact location, I have no idea. I'd say I've explored Liyue pretty extensively, but still, this one managed to beat me. So I thought of you. Nobody can beat you when it comes to treasure hunting on land, right?
I wouldn't say I'm the best treasure hunter of all time, only the best to date.
Is that right?
Oh wait,
Then it looks like I'm in good hands.
did I really say that?
Here's the map. See what you can make of it.
Oh, that's interesting. Looks like a fish.
So, where do you think it is?
It looks like some location I can't even describe. Oh, we have two choices. It could be a crazy village, but I don't know that I think it's a good plane. I'm gonna take the top one.
Oily Plains. Oh, I never would have gotten that. How can you tell?
Compare against the regular map, the job with the air mostly closely runs over the Gobi Plain.
Oh, okay then. So you do live up to the hype. I can't believe you noticed that. You sure have an eye for detail. Let's head over there and take a look. I'll need you to help me zero in on the specific location once we're there.
Oh, I see travelers over there. Is this a good point? Are these good or bad? I don't know how to trust these guys.
Keep digging, boys. Once we have our hands on the treasure, everyone gets a share.
Oh boy.
You can all hold it right there.
Beidou.
Huh? Who's that barking orders? Do you know who you're up against here? Keep going if you got a death wish. What the? It's Captain Beidou. Run, boys, run!
Nobody move.
Captain Beidou, Lord of the Ocean. This is all my fault. I didn't know who I was up against. I don't have a death wish. I swear. I got a big mouth is all. It's always saying things it shouldn't. I swear I'll wash it out with soap the moment I get back. Please, have mercy. Will you spare us?
Hell no.
Well, spare them, at least. These guys are just trying to put food in their mouths. They'd never hurt a soul. If you need to take anyone, take me. Please, let them go. It was me that disrespected you. They never did and never would.
Is that right? Fine. Seems like you've got a heart in there somewhere, seeing how you treat your crew. I'll let you off the hook this time. Get out of here!
Thank you, Captain Beidou. Thank you.
Wait.
Yes? What else might the merciful and mighty Beidou require?
This treasure's still up for grabs. The Crux fleet honors the rule of first come, first served. You found it first, so name your price. I can't have any rumors going around about Captain Beidou stealing other people's treasure, can I?
Captain Beidou, we wouldn't dare take more from you. Take the treasure as an apology for my foolish words. Please, take it. Please.
Oh? Well, if you insist, I accept your kind offer and I'll make you one in return. You don't seem like terrible folks, so let me help you get onto the right track. If you want to mend your ways and put all this behind you, the Crux can probably arrange some odd jobs in the port for you. It'd be humble work, but at least it'd get you on your feet and making an honest living. A much better deal than what you've got going now, if you ask me.
Wow, thank you, Captain Beidou. On behalf of me and all my boys.
Right. Let's see what we've got in here.
Oh boy. It's inside, isn't
This
it?
isn't what we're looking for.
Really?
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find it.
Maybe. So we've been here before in the past few...
Those rocks look kind of weird.
Yeah, it does.
Let's see if there's anything there.
I got an idea. Alright, Beidou, do your thing!
Nothing. Let's keep looking.
Sorry. Oh my god, I see those things.
What are those hilly trolls digging for?
for?
I don't know, but let's do this anyway.
Actually, I've heard they sometimes dig for buried treasure. Let's go take a closer look.
Yeah, I'm trying! Okay, you're dead. Take over hotel! Oh, any treasure? Yeah, okay, I gotta look.
Nope, not here either.
Dang it!
Now that we've searched all the places of interest in this area and come up with nothing, you got any ideas?
What is this treasure you're looking for?
It's a...
Condom!
Captain Beidou! Captain Beidou!
What are you screaming for? Do I hate you?
Hey, what brings you back here?
Captain Beidou! Actually, we've just been wandering around nearby. We didn't go far, because we were thinking about what you said and... well, me and the boys decided we're ready to move away from all of this and get on the straight and narrow.
Oh? Are you sure?
Yes, absolutely sure.
Okay then. But I'll warn you right now, you won't have it easy. It might just be menial work in the port, but in the eyes of the general public, you'll be associates of the Crux. So there will be a grueling test you have to go through before you can start.
I understand. Truth be told, Captain, it's only because it's you. The mighty and honorable Captain Beidou. If it had been anyone else, I don't think I'd have listened. And since you made us this kind offer, I'd like to ask, if I might be so bold, is there any hope at all for us to become full members of the Crux in the future? Even the tiniest shred of hope?
Well, there's no place in the Crux for delusions of grandeur, that's for sure. But then again, everybody has to start somewhere. So, it comes down to you. If you manage to impress me and earn the respect of my crew, then yeah, nothing's impossible.
Thank you, Captain Beidou. Thank you 1,000 times over. I couldn't help but notice you were searching for something else. It still hasn't turned up?
Why? Do you have any clues?
We heard about 2 treasures, both in Guili Plains. We were still looking for the first one when you found us. So maybe the other one might be what you're looking for.
Where is it?
Not too far from here, but I'm just not sure of the exact location. All the info we got about this treasure came from the black market. The answer's hidden inside a poem which goes like this. Drunkenly I gazed at the ruins long forsaken, and lay beneath red leaves whose branches cast a crooked shade. The dusk sun shone upon the sea as I awakened, but Guyon stood twixt weary eyes and the sight of home they craved.
Interesting.
As for the ruins long forsaken part, I do know of some ruins near here, but beyond that line, I don't... I'm just not smart enough.
So a treasure clue hidden in a poem, huh? Don't worry, we got this. See my friend here? If they taught treasure hunting as an art form, you'd probably be calling him Grandmaster. This kind of thing's a piece of cake for him. Am I right?
Yeah. Let's maybe hand on to the site first.
Okay then. Let's start by heading to the site and surveying the scene. Maybe we'll find some other clues over there.
Okay. Come on, boys. You heard the captain. Lead the way.
Aye, sir.
These are the long forsaken ruins from the poem. Apparently they were once full of treasure. But judging by the state of them now, it's probably long gone.
Aww.
It seems that we need to dig deeper into this poem. Drunkenly I gazed at the ruins long forsaken, and lay beneath red leaves whose branches cast a crooked shade. The dusk sun shone upon the sea as I awakened, but Guyon stood twixt weary eyes and the sight of home they crave. Do you have any ideas?
Maybe guess at the wood means that the wood wasn't right here, but...
Somewhere you can see the ruins from. So somewhere not too far from here?
The second line means there's probably a red leaf tree around.
Yeah, and maybe the shadow cast by the tree is supposed to hint at something.
The deadline. Perhaps the dusk sun has something to do with the timing?
Oh, I got it! This guy fell asleep and woke up just before sunset.
Dusk and the shadow of a red-leaf tree. I think we can work with that.
Yeah.
Let's take a look around. I think we're getting close.
The clue is around here? Oh my lord. I think is that tree over there. Nothing, guys. Oh man. Is it this area? No, it can't be. Oh, wait a minute. The whole time I was supposed to dig that.
Found it! At long last, the treasure is finally in our hands. A check from the Northland Bank. You really came through. We found the spot in no time. Without your help, I don't think I ever would have gotten my hands on it.
I was planning to be something a little more unique.
To us, this is just a check that you can exchange at Northland Bank for some mora. But to some people, it's of huge importance. When I found the treasure map, it was tightly sealed inside a small bottle along with a letter. I'll let you read it for yourself.
Okay. Oh, so this is not too long. If you find this bottle, I may no longer be in this world.
Finished?
I was reading, mommy! I originally thought that the pirates have been ways of beings might be able to send me back to Luria, which is why I was going to the ship. I never expected that. Forget it. I suppose this is why they call it destiny. If I came to Inazuma, I worried that my old mother place would be blurred, as she lives alone, so I left the check for all the more I saved out of these past few years burying the location marked out of the map. Please, have retrieved the check and the change to nothing the bank. The more to you two with the please, save for the small portion I would like used to pay my mother's living expensive. Her name is Motherika Koti, and she lives in the gear playing. Please do this for me and thank you. I'm sorry, mother. I found loads of the sakura blooms that could be found all over the homeland, but in the shame that I cannot send them to your side. Now I'm done! Jeez, Beidou. So this is the last of the Fatsoi's son?
Yeah. I can't fault him for what he did, but the way things turned out... all I can say is, life is unpredictable. Well, let's fulfill his final wish by taking this check to where it belongs.
So we're supposed to go right here, and dang, it took a while to actually find that treasure I was looking for.
Well, this is it. Oh boys, it's time for your first job. Give this check to the old lady who lives in that wooden hut. Tell her it's a welfare payment from the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Yes, boss.
What's up?
I have some soccer balls that I picked in Inazuma. I want her to have them too.
I see. But you only find sakura blooms in certain places, right? It must have been quite a bit of work collecting all these, surely. Let's just pick one, huh? One's enough to show that you care. You've already helped me out so much today.
Yeah. You take out a sakura bloom.
Okay, off you go then. Take her the sakura bloom along with the check. And if she asks, tell her, your child in a faraway land sends his best wishes.
Hey! Oh my god, I like how she's done to my head. That's very sweet. Sakura blooms upon good fellows. As a sakura for one's homeland sailing the sea, so too the wandering son thought to do it to his mother. Okay, let's say I think it's Country Village, just very badly drawn.
Chingsa Village? I don't see the resemblance at all. How'd you come to that conclusion?
Country Village has a lot of trendy land, which seems to match the certain lines on this map.
Oh. Okay then. I'm definitely a rookie at this. But your word's good enough for me. Time for a trip to Chingsa. You're coming with me, of course. I'll need you to help me zero in on the specific location once we're there.
Look who it is! It's this Granny!
Beidou! Wow, and the traveler! My goodness, what's the occasion? Just here to visit us old folks once again? It hasn't been all that long since we last had a visit from the Crux. But I'm glad you picked today. You're just the people I need. These two young rascals, they've been arguing with each other non-stop about some petty nonsense or other. I'm too old to get through to them. They won't listen to me. Please, talk some sense into them.
Rest assured, Granny Zhuoxin, whatever the situation is, the Traveler and I will take care of it.
Oh, thank goodness. It's Captain Beidou.
You look.
Couldn't have come at a better time. You're the voice of reason I need in this situation.
Can you shut up? You like a 10-10 from Naruto.
Please, help me get justice.
No.
Whoa, hey. What exactly is going on here? Spit it out, tell me everything.
It makes me mad just talking about it. G here, I don't know if he's got a screw loose or what his problem is. But anyway, he took it upon himself to raise, well, practically a whole army of finches, okay? And now guess what? They fly onto my land and completely destroy at least half of my crops. I asked him to pay compensation, but he refused. Now how is that fair?
Captain, I'm innocent. They're not even my finches. I just thought they looked kind of cute, you know, so I fed them a couple of times. They're wild birds, though.
That's bad.
A couple times? Are you kidding me? That's rich. Really rich. There were 2 of them when you first started. 2 finches. Now you have a whole roof full of finch nests. I swear, every time I come by your place, I think I'm at a bird market. I'm telling you, you are not gonna get away with this anymore.
So, yeah. I mean, they laid a few eggs, made a few nests, but finches gotta finch, you know. These are wild birds. I mean, they'll do whatever they please.
So that's how it is. I think I got the picture. What's your take?
Okay, let's see. I think Jay is responsible. He has been feeding them too much and also destroying people's crops. I think Jay is innocent. He can't control where the fishes make their nest. I mean, I prefer the bottom one, honestly.
Fair point. Granny Zhuoshin, is there anything left over from the relief funds delivered by the Crux on our last visit? Technically, this would be a case of avian damage to agriculture. It meets the relief criteria, so we can use these funds to cover Wenjing's losses.
Why, yes. There is plenty left over. The Crux brings such a generous sum each time. There's no way our small village could ever use up all of it.
Oh, thank you, Captain Beidou. You can bet I never would have managed to get G to pay up, even if I spent my whole life trying to persuade him.
Thank you, Captain. You can bet I never would have been able to afford the compensation out of my own pocket. I'll drive those finches away the moment I get back. I can't let them carry on ruining the neighbors' crops.
Beidou, you do so much for our village, and we could never hope to repay you.
Granny Zhuoshin, as you know, many of the boys from your fine village do sterling work for the Crux. The fleet wouldn't be what it is today without them, so please think nothing of it. Gee, Wenjing, I guess you're free to go.
Captain Beidou, you're here.
Pop Shing, it's been a long time. How've you been?
Don't get me started. I've been having some real trouble with that neighbor of mine, Jen. We keep having the same argument, and it just goes nowhere. I heard you were in the village, so I rushed over to seek your help.
What's the issue?
Oh, come with me. You'll see. Let's go find Jen and clear this whole thing up, face to face.
Look at my eyes! Not my lips! My eyes! No lips!
Captain Beidou, you're here.
I heard that you and Pop Shing had a little misunderstanding. So, what's up? Tell me about it.
Jen planted a tree on his property a few years back. I had no issue with it at the time. It's just a tree. But a few years on, it's grown taller than the roof of my house. Every morning when I get up and open the window, I just want to feel the sun on my face. But I'm greeted instead by the looming shadow of my neighbor's tree. It really affects my mood. I asked Jen to cut it down so I could get some sunlight back on my property. But he said no. It's like he's done this on purpose just to drive me crazy.
Captain Beidou, you gotta believe me. I didn't intend to block the sunlight, but there's nothing I can do about it now. It's not just any old tree, you see. That tree was planted there by my late father. Not long after he planted it, he passed away. And just before he passed, he left me with some parting words. He said our family's fortune was inauspicious and we needed something to suppress the bad luck. That's what he planted the tree for. How can I just chop it down? I'll be honest, I spent a few years studying in Liyue Harbor, so I don't actually share his superstitious beliefs. But still, that doesn't change the fact that this was my father's dying wish.
Okay, I think I'm all clear on the situation. What are you thinking?
I don't think it's fair that for Pausing to suffer over this. I think he's being an asshole for an old bitch. I think Ren distills more some legacy.
I was thinking along the same lines as you. Look, Pops, I'm not trying to make excuses for Zhen, but just try putting yourself in his shoes for a moment. Zhen's desire to protect his tree isn't for money or because he wants to hurt anyone, or for the sake of any superstition. He just wants to honor his father's dying wish. Pops, you have kids too, right?
Yeah. When you put it like that.
Pops, if you can agree to it, I'll have a word with Granny Zhuoxin and see about getting you some money from the relief fund as compensation for having your sunlight blocked. As for the tree...
That sounds good to me. Whatever you think, Captain Beidou. The tree can stay. Some compensation would make me feel much better about the whole thing.
Thank you, Captain Beidou. And thank you for understanding Pop's Xing. I'll make sure to trim it back when I get home to let some more light through. It'll be such a relief not to have to worry about this anymore. On a separate note, I remember the Crux last visited the village not very long ago. Is there some special reason why you're back in person so soon?
Nothing all that special, just personal reasons. I'm looking for some treasure.
Huh? Treasure? Wait a second. That reminds me, I saw Chongping and Defu arguing in the fields earlier. It sounded like they were both trying to lay claim to some treasure. I don't know if it's related to the one you're looking for, but anyway, they're probably still there now.
Really? Okay, well, you and Pops Xing can go about your business now. I'll go see what the situation is.
Treasure? Is that what I'm looking for?
Huh? Beidou, you're just in time. Defu is being completely unreasonable.
What happened?
I'm not being unreasonable, Captain. I got Chongping to help me plow my land because it's the busy season. And then, what do you know? He plows up a treasure chest. Way I see it, it's my land. So the treasure belongs to me, right? I think it's a pretty clear-cut case.
You say that, Defu. But what you're forgetting is that I came to help you plow your fields out of the goodness of my heart. And you haven't paid me a single mora.
Oh?
It's my plowing that turned up this chest. However you cut it, surely I'm entitled to at least some of the treasure.
The domestic drama just keeps coming today. What are your thoughts?
Okay, I think it's fucked up what the fat ass is doing. I know a legal expert. I think she is better suited to handle this kind of stuff.
Okay, I think I'm up to speed here. If you two really want to take this further, I can get a legal expert from Liyue Harbor to adjudicate.
I forgot her name. Yanfei, yeah.
As for the costs, I'll cover them. What do you think? Neither of you seems thrilled about this course of action. Okay, so plan B.
Kill him!
I'll be straight with you. The reason I came here today was to look for some treasure. Chances are it's hiding right there in the chest you're both fighting over. So, how about you two stop fighting over it and do me a favor by handing it to me? Of course, I'll be indebted to both of you. If either of you ever needs anything in the future, the Crux will not hesitate to lend you our support.
Captain, you're far too kind, really. Indebted? That won't be necessary. If you want this chest, you go ahead and take it.
Yep, totally agree. If only I'd known you were looking for this chest. You should have said something. I would have delivered it to you personally to save you the trip.
It seems like it's been quite a busy day for you, helping us settle all our little quarrels. Come on, let's go to the village. I'll rally the masses. We'll get some good food and good drink and have a good old get-together.
Don't worry about the chest. I'll carry it over.
Can I just open it?
What a fine day today has been. Beidou has solved an awful lot of problems in our village.
She sure has. Without Captain Beidou, that compensation payment would have bankrupted me. Yeah, and if it weren't for Captain Beidou, I'd still be arguing with Pops Xing.
Stop looking at it!
Here, here. We have plenty to thank Captain Beidou for, I'm sure. I propose a toast in her honor.
To Captain Beidou. Cheers!
I couldn't ask for more than the chance to get everyone together and drink to our heart's content. Cheers!
After a lively celebration.
That really hit the spot. Want to get some air? The view in this place is pretty good. We can take a look through the contents of that chest while we're at it. Chongping placed it by the water wheel.
Are you sure you haven't had too much to drink?
Are you kidding? Beidou can handle her liquor. Come on, let's go.
If she's drunk, I'm gonna laugh. Ah, so drunk! Ah! The chest is right here. Can we just open it now?
So, I've been thinking. Everyone seems to trust me enough to let me have the final word on their disputes. But don't you think some of my solutions can be a little stupid? You can laugh, I don't mind. Take Chongping and Defu's wrangling over that chest, for instance. I had no clue who it should belong to, so I just came up with this stupid idea of taking it for myself. At least that way, neither of them would feel like it was unfair. But, I mean, I'm no Ningguang. I can't make a perfect deal every time. And I'm no Yanfei either. Not all my judgment calls are going to be 100% fair and square. I am Beidou, and my strength is in trading favors.
So the captain of the cruiser just hands out favors to everyone all the time?
You think I should be more selective? Some people think their favors are so valuable that they need to plan out how and when to use them to maximize the return on their investment. They view the favor as a bargaining chip. Others see doing favors as a burden, not worth anything in monetary terms and prone to getting you locked in a cycle of constantly returning the favor back and forth. But the way I see it, favors are what keep people connected to one another. Over thousands of years, the people of Liyue have created bonds between each other by doing someone a favor here and asking for a favor there. This means that no individual is truly on their own out there. When someone falls down, there's an invisible net made of human connections, waiting to catch them and get them back on their feet. Over the years, I've come to owe favors to a great many people, and many other people have come to owe me one. These are the countless bonds between us, like so many fish in the sea. And they're the reason that the Crux and I have survived the countless hardships we faced. I believe that if there ever comes a day when the world is overrun by monsters, Liyue's legal system collapses and the land is thrust back into an age of war, it's these bonds that will see us all through the dark days ahead, until we come out on the other side.
So the reason you asked for my help with finding the church today was so you can owe me a favor?
I'm not saying that. But either way, we have a pretty firm bond between us already, don't you think? Was this wind brewed in a winery? It's making me lightheaded.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. Something we were literally just talking about.
Let's see, you did mention that treasure chest.
Oh, yeah, the chest!
Oh, I got so immersed in our conversation that I forgot all about the main event. Come on, let's open it up and see what's inside.
You open the chest over but a small and year-old Walton cat.
Oh, that's it? A whole lot of nothing?
I should have said nothing!
It's not exactly what I was looking for. But you know what? I don't care. The fun part was going on a treasure hunt with you. Come on, let's get back to the party. Tonight, we go big before we go home.
Yeah, that's cool. I was picturing that she'll probably hug us like this. I love it. Between us, communicate replica to human hearts. Okay, so why would I? I'm actually quite interested in the life of a sailor.
Oh, is that so? Well, it just so happens that we're doing some recruitment and training for new crew members while we're back. It'll be a first-rate chance to learn the life of a sailor. Since you're interested, why don't you come along and experience a sailor's life firsthand? I'm curious to see if you'll take the sea by storm in the same way you have on land.
Maybe not by storm, but I'll try and make a splash.
Nice. Come with me. Let's see how big of a splash you can manage. Chief Mate Juza's breaking in the newcomers, but I think we can spare you the tedium of that. After this, the new crew members will be arranged into 2 teams for more specialized training, according to their own aptitudes and the needs of the fleet. One team will learn comprehensive survival skills, including maritime emergency rescue, marine meteorology, psychological counseling, and so on. They will serve as the support team for the fleet, ensuring safe navigation. That's why we call them the Shield of the Crux.
Well, what's the other team? The Spear of the Crux?
That's right. You catch on quick.
Oh, that was quick.
As one might expect, we call the other team the Spear of the Crux, because they'll be learning about naval warfare. They'll make up the armed portion of our crew. Also, they're responsible for handling the fleet's cargo deals. So, what do you think? Which team is for you?
Let's see. I want to do you. I want you. I like the spear and all, but maybe the shield of the crust will fine.
As I expected, you have a will to protect others. There are 2
including you.
The Shield of the Crux focuses on: survival knowledge and entertainment. As I was saying earlier, survival knowledge includes prevention of injuries and diseases at sea, navigation and cartography, basic meteorology, etc. You can go learn about these skills from Genshin, Huixing, and Liushi. They're all seasoned hands in their respective fields.
Let's go tease a little bit. I thought I would be learning from you, Captain.
Each sailor has their own strengths and weaknesses. I'm no rookie, of course, but you shouldn't underestimate the knowledge of the crew. If there's anything I'm most proud of in the fleet, it's my people. Go and get to work. I'll have some questions to test you later. I look forward to seeing how you do.
First up is Ying Ying. That's her name, right?
Hello, traveler. I'm Yinxing, the Crux's surgeon at sea. Whenever a sailor has a health problem, they come to me. I deal with it all, from seasickness and common colds to amputations and everything in between.
I like to learn about treating injuries and illness at sea.
Oh, I presume the captain arranged this, correct? All right then, let's begin. First of all, let me ask you this. What do you think is the biggest danger that all new crew members face?
Let's see. It should be obvious, getting seasick.
That can certainly be a problem at sea, but it's not the biggest danger.
Aww.
The most dangerous thing for a newcomer is to underestimate the dangers of life at sea.
Oh, I should have picked that.
I have seen many new crew members who see themselves as young and fighting fit and have no regard for safety. They think that since they are tough enough to look after themselves on land, they'll be fine at sea as well. Those are the ones that always end up in the sick bay. Everyone should know that being a sailor, especially on a long voyage, is a brutal job in an unforgiving environment. We have to face malnutrition when we're short on supplies, all kinds of injuries and diseases that the harsh ocean weather can bring, and even the psychological problems that can arise due to isolation and the lack of entertainment. To make things worse, the lack of medication and treatment options at sea can result in even minor health problems becoming serious, or even fatal.
Hence, the need of a petition?
Oh, you probably thought I was joking, right? Well, that's not surprising. Most newcomers think the same way. But hopefully you now realize that with a little extra precaution, a lot of these things can be avoided. Well, I think that's enough for you to think over for now. Is there anything else you would like to know?
I don't want to say Beidou thing. What happens to the crew members who had limbs amputated? Nope. Oh, thank you. I learned a lot.
Well, my pleasure. Okay, let's leave it there then. Be sure to take good care of your health.
I am always healthy. But again, I'm skinny. Okay, we will if she looks up at me. Nope.
Sorry about earlier, traveler.
Oh, no worries. This is funny.
We were so caught up on getting you to join the fleet that we didn't notice we were going a little overboard. Good thing the captain stepped in.
It's okay. I was hoping to learn a little more about cartography.
Oh. Well, in that case, you have come to the right person. I'm not just blowing smoke. You're looking at the most talented navigator in Liyue Harbor. I'll start by introducing some chart reading essentials for new sailors. Feel free to interrupt if you have any questions.
I got the question. What's your question? I'm looking at my dick from up here. Oh no!
Let's start with what to look for when you get a set of complicated charts. First, you should always look at any indicated shorelines, islands or reefs, water depths, hydrological conditions, and other hazards. With these features in mind, you can answer the basic question of, can I chart a safe course through this area? Visually, nautical charts are a little unique. Unlike land maps, most charts do not have a fixed scale, which means that it can be hard to precisely determine the exact distance between 2 points. The most advanced nautical charts come with a supplementary chart, which has different colored lines marked on it to indicate distances. It's worth mentioning that under my direction, the Crux is using these advanced kinds of charts. Some cartographers mark out other points of interest on their charts, usually with their own special symbols. If they don't leave any accompanying notes, they can be very difficult to interpret.
For example, choice inferior from the Persian navigator?
Not only those, we have tattered and torn charts that we've picked up from all over the place. To be honest, it can be quite a challenge, even for me. Some of these charts are really old and have symbols that I've never seen before. But if we don't decipher them, we will certainly miss many secrets of the sea. Fortunately, we have the captain with us. She managed to find some ancient books on semiotics that I can use to study the charts further. I don't think anyone other than our captain could manage to get these kinds of resources. Old charts and ancient books on semiotics are not the kinds of things that are sold in your average marketplace. Oops, I've gotten off topic. Well, that just about covers the basics of chart reading. Is there anything else you would like to know, traveler?
Nothing else, thank you.
My pleasure. A friend of Captain Beidou is a friend of mine.
Are you serious? I have to go up there. Don't be staring at Captain Beidou's ass, okay, crewmates?
Hello, traveler.
Are you here to learn about marine meteorology?
Wait, how did you know?
In my line of work, I've got to have a pair of sharp eyes.
So you're listening to
I
everything.
found the captain showing you around the training grounds. And then you went to see Yingxing and Huixing. So I figured that she probably wants you to get to know the life of a crew member.
Looks like we got the right person for the job.
Okay, let's get started. First, I'll introduce you to the basics of meteorology. Marine meteorology basically means keeping tabs on the weather as well as other ocean phenomena. So things like sea fog, storm surges, water spouts, and so on. These are all potential threats to safe navigation. Luckily, whatever weather might be coming up, there's always some kind of sign that gives it away in advance. Take water spouts, for example. They're caused by high-speed rotating winds on the surface of the ocean. They can engulf large ships and do immense damage. But if you know that water spouts can only form in an environment with high temperature, high humidity, and large clouds, then you can be well prepared. You will be even more alert if you also know that the presence of winds blowing in opposite directions, with a significant difference in speed, is a direct precursor to the formation of waterspouts. And most importantly, if you spot a small white vortex emerging from the clouds, you should immediately notify the crew to steer clear of what's ahead. So there you go. Those are the warning signs of waterspouts. I am proud to say that over the years, I haven't let a single one sneak up on my watch.
Sounds like you have a lot of experience.
I've got to confess, I learned almost everything I know from the captain. All the stuff about meteorology that I just told you about, she's the real expert. Do you know the small fishing village next to Wangshuin? I heard that when Captain Beidou was a kid, she worked there fishing. Later, she made her way to the harbor where she struggled to make a living. Growing up in an environment like that, it's no wonder she knows everything about the sea. When I first came on board, I lived every day wallowing in doubt, wondering if my former career as a sailor was all just a waste. But as I gradually learned some new things and became more experienced, I finally realized what makes the Crux so great. After all, not every fleet has the uncrowned Lord of the Ocean as their leader. I feel lucky just to have joined.
Thanks for your time. I think I learned all that I need for
Find me
now.
anytime if you want to know more.
So you've already finished talking to the crew, huh? I thought it would take you a while longer. So, what did you think?
It was a breeze. I got everything down pat.
Well, you sound confident, but don't underestimate the shield of the Crux. Gotta admit, though, I like your attitude, kid. Okay, let's get started.
Oh.
First of all, life on the sea isn't always plain sailing. Injuries and illnesses happen all the time. But what is the single biggest danger facing crew members?
That is an easy question. It's called undimensional danger.
Is that your final answer? Alright, on to the second question. As you've just learned, the fleet plots its route using nautical charts. The charts used by the Crux have additional charts attached. What is the purpose of these lines?
I forgot! Oh my god, wait a minute. That looks longer. That feels right. To add color and depth to the chart in the way that express the determination that they prevent it from a greater expectation among the crew.
Okay, interesting. Now, last question. On longer voyages, we have to be especially careful to avoid certain weather hazards that pose a threat to the integrity of the ship and the lives of the crew. For example, waterspouts. So my question is, how can we reliably predict waterspouts so we can avoid them?
What's it called again? Holy shit, I don't remember. Is it the bottom one? The pillar of thy cloud and strong wind is opposite direction, plus wing of the white spot in the cloud.
Okay, those are all my questions. Do you want to know how you did?
No!
Congratulations, you... wait a second, you didn't pass.
Oh.
Are my questions too difficult? They didn't seem to be all that hard. Did you get them wrong on purpose, or...? Just kidding. I know you wouldn't do that. I guess you're just not really suited for life on the sea.
There was one question that was not right.
In that case, how about we take a trip back to Liyue Harbor? Looks like you and the sea are not made for each other. Dry land is where you really come into your own. I've actually been hoping for the chance to give you an insider look at how some of the Crux's important business is conducted. You may be aware that as an armed fleet, the Crux is kind of like the maritime equivalent of a guard for hire. We work as an armed carrier, earning our keep by successfully delivering the goods entrusted to us from A to B. Aside from that, though, there is also one other important way we make income.
Let's see. Winners of the companies eventually get a commission. Cruises fees for wanting fast track journey close to other crews. Bounties of captain being pilot on the military field wanted list. Let's see. Let's take this one.
Actually, it's trading in certain kinds of goods.
Are you the sexual one that talks to us?
Hey, my hotshot accountant. Nice of you to join us.
Cut it out, boss. Juza sent me here with a message. He says preparations are now underway. If you give me the all clear, I'll head straight over.
Okay. Be careful.
What's your bookkeeper doing here?
Well, she has something to take care of. Amora Grubber was right, though. The other important side to our business, the less official side, is doing exactly what merchants do. Importing here, exporting there. The only difference between us and regular merchants is that our transactions aren't entirely above board. You'll see what I mean by that shortly. I'm taking you to see one such transaction for yourself. Come on, let's go meet our trading partner for the day.
This is really funny, guy. I'm just gonna walk. What? Yes, I wanna walk! I'm tired of running! La la la! Hurry the fuck up! No, I wanna walk! I'm just messing with you guys. Let's just go follow her. Jesus, man, we're just running around like a bunch of idiots. Wow, the fuck is this person? Why? No, you go left. Yeah, you turn left and we'll to right with that person.
Fresh seafood! Fresh seafood! Catch it while you can!
What do you have?
Hello there! Here at Nay's Professional Fishmongers, we've got everything you could ask for. So what do you need?
I want a bass head with all the teeth removed. If there's a single tooth in there, I don't want it.
Huh? You know bass have pharyngeal teeth, right? In the throat? How do you expect me to get all those out?
Then I'll have a bass trunk with 2 swim bladders. Again, if it's short by 1 swim bladder, it's not the bass I want.
You're not making this easy for me. 1 bass means 1 swim bladder. Afraid that's not up to me.
Okay. Then I'll take a bass tail with scales that are yellow on the outside, black on the inside. Also, it's gotta have a total of 81 scales. That's 7 times 7, no more, no less.
What kind of fish scales are yellow outside and black inside? You sure this is a fish you're talking about? In any case, you can try all you want, but 7 times 7 is never gonna get you 81. Pardon my asking, but you're not a fish expert, are you? I'm sorry, ma'am, but I'm afraid I don't have any of the things you're looking for.
Did you say you have everything you could ask for?
Look, I'm a professional. So are most of the people I serve. I can accommodate anything they ask for. Seems you two are amateurs. So I'm sorry, but you'll have to go someplace else.
Anywhere you'd recommend?
Like I said, Nay's Professional Fishmongers is for professionals. For amateurs, the place to go to would be Wise Amateur Fishmongers.
I bet you're wondering why that guy was saying he didn't have what we wanted.
Nope.
That was just the first step in the transaction to confirm our identity. The real deal will come later.
You bitch! I'm gonna swing at your face! Oh god! Oh, please, Beidou! Beidou! Stop! Could I just run? If it was for me, I would just hug her while running. I would love to do that. I'm faster than Beidou! What can you do about it? So is this guy seriously?
Fresh seafood! Fresh seafood! Come take a look.
It seriously says amateur. That sucks.
Wise Amateur Fishmongers?
That's the one. We have all kinds of amateur stuff here. The more amateur, the more of it we got. What would you like?
We'd like a bass head.
No problem. Ours are all toothless, mind you.
And a bass trunk.
Oh, no problem. I'll stick an extra swim bladder in there for you. On the house.
And a tail.
Sure thing. I'll paint the scales yellow on the outside and black on the inside, so you can tell at a glance, this ain't no ordinary fishtail.
Do the scales add up to 81 or 7 times 7?
If it's 7 times 7 you want, I can do you 81, 138, or even 648. It's up to you.
Great. I like your style. We have a deal.
I appreciate your patronage. Please, take your order to our warehouse manager over there.
Don't you have the fish shield?
A real amateur if I've ever met one. Proud to have you as a customer. No, We don't have the fish here. All fish sold at Wise Amateur Fishmongers are still swimming in the sea. Once we get the order in from the customer, we go fish it out for them. The warehouse handles that side of things. Pay first, then we bring you the goods. That way you get the freshest catch.
Can we not run, please? I don't want to run. For fuck's sake, otaku, you're not doing this to me today. But please, Captain Beidou, I'm so tired of running in my shoes. But I want heels, they don't hurt. I don't even wear heels. My thighs are very thick. See, that wasn't hard, right? No, my legs hurt. Actually, where are we going, actually? It makes you wonder. This guy? This guy?
Are you two here to collect your order, huh, Beidou?
Captain Beidou.
Yes, sir. We're here about that bass.
I didn't expect you to come in person, but we still need to follow procedure. The bass you want is not a standard specimen. Our fishermen need to wait for the right moment to catch it. You know the rules, I take it?
Of course.
No. What rules?
Oh, well, as you know, timing and location are everything when it comes to fishing. You have to wait till all the conditions are just right. That means the tide, the moon, and the wind. So, let me ask you this. When will the tide come in?
The fishing song will sound out at midnight.
How drunk will the moon be before the party's over?
It won't stop while the Star of Death shines.
I see, yes. Which way will the sea breeze be blowing?
The breeze should be bound for Guyan.
All right then, well received. I'll go and make arrangements.
Great. I think that wraps up everything we needed to do in Liyue Harbor. Let's head back and wait for the delivery.
What do all those riddle means?
The three people we just met are our business partners. Nay's professional fishmongers and Y's amateur fishmongers are just cover names. The bass, obviously, is the code name for the goods. The numbers of teeth, swim bladders, and scales all represent different specifications. Meanwhile, the conversation I had with the warehouse keeper was the instructions for the deal itself. Let me translate it for you. Tonight at midnight, the deal will take place in Guyan Stone Forest. The Alcor will wait there as long as needed. As for what the actual goods are, well, you'll see tonight.
This is also mysterious. Is it as shady as it seems?
What if I were to say yes? What would you do then?
Try to persuade Nungon to give you the light sentience.
Thank you. But don't worry, everything will be fine.
You're just being romantic.
I value you as a friend, but ultimately, you're not with the Crux.
I know.
I definitely don't want to cause you any trouble just because you hung out with me. So rest assured, we haven't broken any laws. At least not today.
So, why are we here this time, actually? Are they talking?
Captain Beidou, you gave me quite the surprise when you showed up in person earlier today.
Well, my friend is visiting, so I wanted to show him how the Crux handles some of its important business.
I see. You two must be close.
Not like that.
You got that right. Now, down to business. Have you brought the goods?
Yep, all here. Please, feel free to take stock.
Stop. Nobody move.
Huh?
I received certain information pertaining to a potential illegal business transaction at this location. Apologies, Captain Beidou, but I'm going to need to inspect those goods.
Oh no, should I distract him while Beidou with streets?
Oh? An illegal business transaction, you say? Well, all the goods are here. If you have any suspicions, please inspect them at your leisure.
The Beidou checks the goods.
Captain, everything's been checked. It's just a bunch of potatoes, flour, and so on. And all the paperwork checks out too.
Huh? Everything's been checked thrice over. There's not a single contraband item here. The paperwork was approved by the Ministry of Civil Affairs and the tax declarations are all in order.
Looks like you've managed to clear everything up. I suppose we can put this down as a simple misunderstanding.
Yes, apologies. This was a mistake on our end.
I'll kick your ass next time.
Come on, let's go.
Well, you guys? Well, it was him mainly, but not those two.
Bravo, Captain Beidou. This was rather ingenious.
All the mischiefs over some potatoes and flowers?
Seems like your friend still has a little catching up to do.
I know you have a lot of questions. Come on, take a walk with me and I'll lay it all out for you.
Okay.
I'll leave you both to it. Captain Beidou, I look forward to doing business with you again. Take care.
You probably thought that there was some sort of nefarious business going on behind all the secrecy today. The truth is,
Wait a
that
minute.
was exactly what I wanted the Ministry of Civil Affairs to believe.
Yes, mommy.
What you might not know is that I, as the leader of the Crux fleet, and you, the great hero of Liyue Harbor, have both been on the Ministry of Civil Affairs watch list for a long time. In other words, whenever you or I crop up in Liyue Harbor, it almost always draws their attention. Not that there's any animosity behind it, mind you. In their words,
It's a security precaution to prevent people like us from causing unnecessary trouble.
Can I kiss you now?
oh, I have no qualms about that. They're just doing their job, keeping the land safe.
If I cause it would be a different story.
How does that saying go again? Ah, yes. Sometimes the closer you are to something, the less you can see. Did you figure it out yet? That's right. Maura Grubber, the accountant. With you, me, and a few sacks of potatoes and flour serving as a front, the deal she's overseeing on her end should go off without a hitch. After all, the Ministry of Civil Affairs sent the Millilith to us.
Really? Oh, hold on a second. Alright, continue. Not alone! I'm going to fucking kiss you! Could you see I was gonna say something else, bitch? No!
Looking at the time, it should be any second now. Look, that's the signal.
Huh? You almost killed a bud!
Tonight's real deal is officially done.
Yay!
Do you have any more questions?
I have a feeling the Gon is not so easy to fool.
You're right. Never underestimate her. But as long as we don't take things too far, she won't look into it too closely. She knows that neither you nor I would do anything to harm Liyue. In any case, there's another higher level watch list at the Ministry of Civil Affairs above the one we're on. It's top secret. Even I don't know whose names are on it. But I do know that the individuals and organizations on that list are the ones that Qixing are really wary of. I've gotten off topic. On some level, Ningguang and I are actually business partners too.
Not love partners?
Reason being, I'm the only one who can get her some of the more obscure treasures she wants.
Well, let's do a deal.
It's complicated. All you need to know is that what might be easily attainable for some people can often be a lifesaver for others who can't get their hands on it. That's where we come in. It's as simple as that.
Do you mean weapons?
You still have some important things to take care of, don't you? As long as you don't know what I was referring to, you'll be safe. So I'm sorry, but I can't tell you for now. Of course, if the day comes when you've traveled to every corner of the world, found your sibling, and neatly tied up all your loose ends along the way,
I know Lumine.
You're welcome to come back here, and I'll tell you all about it.
With Lumine?
You'll always be welcome in the Crux fleet. I hope I get to see you on board again someday.
Oh, I'm sad. That's the end. I mean, not really. That was the dream. Once everything is over, Beidou hope to see you on board again someday.